Welcome everybody. I am here doing some simplification of exponents. We're just doing some expressions and we're using the laws of exponents in order to do that. So we're going to take a look at this first problem. Now I really want to start off kind of right here where I underlined. That is what's called its base. So the base is the big number and then the exponent is a small number that you see right here. So when we're looking at doing something like this, or we could actually use a calculator and do 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. We do that 4 times. That's what that's telling me to do. It's telling me to multiply itself by itself 4 times. And then over here, we're doing the same thing. It's saying to multiply the number 3 by itself 6 times. Those numbers can get very large very quickly. So we can use some rules in order to figure that out. And I can teach you all the different rules and you can look at all the different rules, but sometimes it's really hard to memorize all these rules. So I'm going to give you kind of a crash course as to what's going on here. So when we're doing 3 to the 4th, it's really written out in expanded form like this. These are all little dots, meaning multiplication. And you've got that. And then we're going to multiply over here times this 3 times itself 6 times. So you can just literally write this out in expanded form, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you just count how many there are. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it, which is the product law, which states that if I take the same base and I just add the exponents together, 4 plus 6, I'm going to get my simplified form, which is 3 to the 10th power. And if I do this expanded form, you can see that when I multiply 3 times 3 times 3 all the way over here on these, count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you got 3 to the 10th power. And again, that's all we have to do. We don't have to do the actual solving of it, evaluating of it. We're just simplifying this. Now we're going to take a look at the next one. As you can see over here, I'm doing this kind of side by side. Now we have a division. And when we do division, again, these are just base numbers of 4. So the 4s are the bases. And our exponents are those little tiny numbers. Really what this law states, this is the quotient law, and that states that if I have the same base and I do the subtraction of the two exponents, I'll get my finalized answer. So since I have the same base, essentially I could just do 9 minus 5 and get my answer. And that would be 9 minus 5 would be 4. So my answer here would be a base of 4 to the 4th power. Now, how does that look? Because again, many of you guys are probably like, I'm terrible at memorizing things. What am I doing here? How am I going to remember all these rules? Well, here's how we do it. 9th power is 4 times itself 9 times. Now, I'm not saying this is the most efficient way, by the way. I'm saying that this is the way that if it's going to stick with you, this is the way to do it. This is always proven in my classroom to always work the best or the easiest for those that hate memorizing things. And that's, not always the most helpful. But what you have is we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 written out, right? 4 times itself 9 times. And then down here in the bottom, we've got it written out 5 times. So now essentially, I'll just show you that so you can see all of it. For every 4 over 4, right, 4 divided by 4 is 1. So they cancel each other out, leaving me with just 1. So if I can do that with every single 4 I have up in the numerator, with every 4 I have in the denominator, I can keep canceling them until I'm left with whatever's left. In this case, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 4s, which means that is 4 to the 4th power. So again, if you are struggling with memorizing rules for all the exponents, this is a great way to help you to visualize it. And if you want more questions like these, you can find them on my YouTube channel, Instagram, and TikTok at YouWantAlgebra. These are all located in the exponents section of my playlist. And don't forget to follow, like, and share for more.